Palestinian people wanted a unitary state, right? So Palestinian people were against Zionism because Zionism sought out to displace Palestinian people, to completely eradicate Palestinian people from that land. So that is what they were against, and not against Jewish immigration.
But exactly, right? There was a period in time of which that's the case, just like there was a period of time when Germans were not, anti-Semitic before World War II. That was the time at one point, but I think we can both agree that it's quite different from the 1900s, of which there was this open, this kind of equality sentiment of Jewish people, Palestinians, Arabs, and things like that. Like now we have to operate now, and I think now that there's obviously that same sentiment is not existing, and I don't even know if there's polls out there that poll the overwhelming majority of Palestinians or people in Gaza how they feel about Jewish people now. Maybe you know more about that than I do. Is there some form of indication of how people in Gaza feel about, aside from Hamas?
No, it's specific. Like all the polls that I have seen is specifically with regards to two-state solution, and then with regards to the Israeli government. Specifically, those are most of the polls that I have seen. I would have to look up about what you're basically saying. I'm gonna try to Google that or look it up. But what I'm saying is, this is not easy. It's very complicated. It's very nuanced. Not the injustice. The injustice is not nuanced, but the peace plan might be nuanced. But it's something that needs to be done, because I say this all this time. If it's not done, Palestinian and Israeli people will be sharing a graveyard. They're not going to be sharing land anymore. Yeah. They're just going to be sharing a graveyard full of the people that are being unalive today. And that is why, regardless of how hard it is, regardless of how complicated it is, there's something that needs to be done. And I legitimately believe that there were multiple instances in the past where there's the Oslo Accord, whether it was the peace plan in 2016, where peace plan could have been brokered, but some extremists always combated it or was against it. But anyways, you wanted to go to bed. Just wanted to.
No. I thought I think it was a good conversation. I totally agree. Well, I'll leave it at this, and you can respond. I don't want to leave you hanging. No, I totally agree that there has to be. I think we agree more than maybe we both initially thought. I actually 100% agree that there has to be a peace plan. I'm not sure if a one-state solution is where I'd go. I think maybe a two-state solution. I think the Israeli people want independent representation, as my guess is, and this is just my guess, is that Palestinian people do as well. I do think there has to be a peace plan, and I do think that the attempts or the rejections historically on peace plans is obviously something that's led to this moment as well. But I just think, I don't know. I mean, I was going to talk more about why Hamas. Anyway, you understand my opinions now. Yeah. I think we agree a little bit more than we thought, and I at least agree with you on the peace plan. It's just going to continue to happen if there's nothing sorted out soon. However, I just really don't think that anything is going to happen now. I mean, I don't know.
No, of course not. It's not going to happen now. It took decades. It's not going to get solved within a year or two, right? It's probably going to take decades to solve this issue. But I just wanted to say that I personally think we need to be criticizing the IDF as much as we're criticizing Hamas as well, because both groups have committed war crimes and have enacted collective punishment, whether it was Hamas attacking the Israeli citizens, and whether it is the IDF attacking Palestinian citizens. And I think I do not see the IDF getting criticized for using human shields, which the United Nations has already found back in 2013. They have used human shields. They have unalived people. They have protected settlers who have unalived people. And currently in the West Bank, the IDF, we're not talking about the West Bank enough. They're actively kidnapping Palestinian people and uploading videos of themselves, torturing them. And the Times of Israel, which is an Israeli website, has even reported on all of these atrocities that the IDF is committing. And we do not criticize the IDF as much as we criticize Hamas. And that's an issue that I have.
That's what that's something that I'm pretty pleased to see President Biden. I don't know if you read his op-ed in the Washington Post, but he was talking about actions to take against people who are attacking those residents of the West Bank, and he's like, yeah, we're going to permanently ban them from getting visas for the United States or even ever coming here. So like, yeah, but I also agree, right? Like there's certainly, I think it depends on the circle you're in of the conversation, but yeah, there certainly needs to be equal accountability regardless of who's committing said war crime, quote unquote. But are you voting for President Biden in 2024? Last thing.
Let's just agree to disagree, and I'll see. Maybe we can talk about it another time. I will definitely frequent your lives. Let's talk about another time, but thank you very much for letting me up. Mr. Lawyer down there has been really quiet. It's probably been awkward for you this whole time, just sitting in the corner listening.
No, not at all. I thought it was relatively enlightening. I think you came in a little hot, and I think there was a little bit of a too much of a focus on parsing of words, but I think it ended really strong. I think you provided some good perspectives. This isn't my wheelhouse, but it is definitely something I'm interested in and fascinated in, and I think you brought up some really good points, and there was some good common ground found. So I appreciated the conversation.
I can tell you why I did come in hot, right, initially. And the reason as to why I did come in hot, I am very much pro-humanity. And I do not like seeing innocent civilians, being punished for something that their governments did, and innocent civilians being subjected to violence as well. And I kid you not, I have been having sleepless nights as well with all the videos that I have been watching that are coming out of, Gaza as well. And to see people openly kind of, in a way, celebrate what's happening in Gaza by saying, oh, Israel has a complete right to defend itself. It's okay what they're doing, and all that in a way, in my opinion, is celebration. And the active dehumanization that has also been happening to Palestinians, that is infuriating to me. And so I just think like the lack of empathy in general, I'm not saying that you lack empathy, but just the lack of empathy in general with regards to this conversation. And I think that's why it came in hot, because it leaves me like, I get nightmares because of it. And I think that's why I initially came in hot. But it was a good conversation, and I hope you have a good night.
Likewise. I'm going to hold you accountable for that Biden conversation, though. I want that. We'll make that up.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye. And thank you, Law of the Wild. I'm now going to end the live. Now we're actually going to get there. Hey, listen.
Thanks for having me up.
Would love to cite you for legal advice, or not, unofficial legal advice. That is, like keeping everybody accountable to the law. That is. So
yeah, legal insight. We'll call it, so I don't get disbarred. But yeah, I'm happy to be your in-house counsel anytime.
There you go. Legal. Appreciate that. Listen, you have a good rest of your night. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, good stuff. I think that was good. Oh my goodness, Harry, remember when I was a Republican? I'm proud to announce I'm voting Democrat in 2024. I love that, my man. So glad to hear that. Look, I think it was a good conversation. What do you guys think? Anybody, any thoughts you guys want to put in the chat about what you heard? She's educated? Yeah, no, Kimberly was in here last time, and she was very smart. I mean, no doubt there. She's absolutely very smart. One sec, let me check their live 1 sec. I caught her in 5 lies. I mean, I didn't personally. Very good. Kim is so smart. Kimberly's everything. Yeah, no, I mean, I think you both made good, valid points. Her real name is Athena. My apologies. I read the name initially. You're smart too. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, Kimberly's incredible. Good talk. Keep it up. We need to talk more about what's going on in the USA. Well, I mean, we definitely did that for the majority of the live. I'm scared of Harry. What if Biden loses? Well, we won't think that way. We're going to put in the work and make it happen. I've been reading books on the history. Good. Amazing. She's well-grounded, well-educated. Yeah. I mean, that's why I say, like, I want to have a conversation with her about Biden. Any other thoughts about that? No, I thought it was a good conversation overall. Listen, everybody, thank you guys so much for joining the live. Appreciate you guys. Look, I know that a lot of people disagree with me. I know that there were a lot of people who disagree with Kimberly as well. But that's why we have good conversations here. We welcome the disagreement. We love it. That's why I mostly try to get people who I disagree with. So take it with a grain of salt. Just remember, if you disagree with someone, especially on this issue, like it's very complex. So definitely don't send Kimberly any hate. You can hate me. That's fine. I'll admit I kind of disagree with you, but you're very informed. Thank you, Nat. I appreciate that. Well, likewise, we can definitely disagree. Look. Disagree. Just obviously don't send any hate. I don't think anybody will. I think we have pretty good followers here. I don't think, but just making that clear. Don't send any hate to anybody. Anyway, folks, thank you guys so much for watching the live and watching the TikToks and all that great stuff. I appreciate you. I post on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Threads, my same username everywhere, Harry J. Sisson. You can follow me. I especially post on Instagram and Twitter and, of course, Threads as well. So you want to follow me there, I'd really appreciate it. Post content on there every single day, so that'd be awesome. But folks, also tomorrow is Wednesday. It's one day before Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, make sure to have a good one. If I don't go live until then, I'm not sure if I'll go live tomorrow night, but if you have a good Thanksgiving, make sure you take care of your mental health, yourself, drink a lot of water tomorrow. If you're off from school, take the time to relax, watch a movie, do something that you enjoy that makes you feel good. And if you're still working, power through, you got this, and have a great Thanksgiving. Spend some time with the family. And if you don't have a good family situation, or it's not always a great Thanksgiving for you, you're in my thoughts. I wish you the best, and just power through. Okay. I know a lot of people have some difficult family situations, but you got this. I believe in you guys, and I'm so proud of you if you're fighting through and persisting. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate the hell out of you. Love you guys. Love all the support, and I will hopefully see you very soon. Okay.